is Karatazar from GMS Orlando, the Orlando camp down in Orlando, Florida. Alright, and this is just an introduction into this new channel that I'm setting up. It's going to different herbs and foods and different things like that. So what we're going to get into today is basically going into these doctors. Alright, going into the false science, which they have set up today, which they call the medical industry and pharmaceuticals. And then going into the real science, which we had in the ancient days, which were herbs. Alright? Different herbs like that. Chamomile. Like this herb right here. This herb is cerasee. Okay? So, we're going to go into that today. Alright? As you all know, we're in the Babylonian captivity of America. The so-called Negroes, Native Americans, Hispanics are the true Israelites. And we're in captivity today under our enemies. Alright, that brought us in slavery. So the first scripture that we're going to bring out is first scripture we're going to bring out is Deuteronomy chapter 33. Alright, set this thing up. Alright, Deuteronomy chapter 33 verse 29, it says, "Happy art thou, O Israel, who is like unto thee, O people, saved by the Lord, the shield of thy help, and who is the sword of thy excellency." Now this is the main point. It says, "And thine enemies shall be found liars unto thee. Thou shalt tread upon their high places." It says, "Thine enemies shall be found liars unto thee." Meaning what? Who are our enemies? Our enemies are the other nations. Mainly the top enemy is Esau, which is who? The so-called white man. Alright? Which is who rules this world. Alright? The elites. Alright? Rothschilds and all them. Those are the rulers of this world. Those are our enemies. And on down to the rest of their nations. Alright? So, the Most High said that our enemies were going to be found liars to us. Alright? Now, everything in this so-called medical industry and health industry, all these things are lies. Alright? First of all, the medical industry is supposed to be founded at the Hippocrates. The Hippocrates said, let thy food be thy medicine, and thy medicine be thy food. Meaning the things that you eat is supposed to be your medicine. Alright? And your medicine is supposed to be the things that you eat. Alright? Not synthetic drugs. Okay? Now, while saying that, most I said our enemies was going to be found liars. That's why the scripture also said in Sirach chapter 12, it said what? Never trust thine enemies. Alright? Let's go get that. Sirach chapter 12, verse 10. It says, never trust thine enemies. What are our enemies? Your enemies are Esau, so-called white man, starting with him, all the way on down to all the rest of the nations. Alright, these are our enemies. These are the people that put us in slavery. Alright, that make a profit off our suffering and pain. Alright, it says, "For like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself," like that doctor. You go to that doctor, he gonna be nice to you because you paying for his big mansion. Alright? He gonna speak nice to you because that's the easiest way to win a person is soft words. Alright? It says, "Though he humbleth himself and go crouching, yet take heed and be aware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust had not been altogether wiped away." Meaning the sins of their youth, going back to when they had us in slavery, alright, all that wicked stuff they did to us, that stuff is not going away. All right, so even though today they act like they're all right, especially these doctors and things like that, like they really trying to help you and they really care, they don't fucking care. If they cared, they'll give you things that was compatible with your body and not synthetic things that tears your body down. All right? So the Most High said, never trust our enemies, though he humble himself and crouch it, take good heed of him. You know what that means, to take good heed of him? It means to watch him, man. All right? That's what it means by take good heed of him. It means to watch him. Observe him. All right? All right, skipping it down. It says, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. And that's what they do. They come in, Mr. Thompson, you know, we found cancer, and what we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to cut out the cancer, and we're going to give you chemotherapy and all these things like that. But really, you know, chemotherapy, things like that, tears your body up. It's actually going to make you sicker in the process. All right? If you really look at it, people are not, doctors don't heal people. They just prolong their death. All right? I know I dealt with a lot of doctors before, that's how I can tell you, but they don't cure things. Doctors treat symptoms. They don't cure illnesses. Okay? They treat symptoms until you go ahead and die. And eventually the medicines will kill you. Okay? So that's why I say, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. So he'll speak sweetly to you and, yeah, you know, this, that, and the other, and talk soft and try to be cordial with you. But in his heart, he don't give a damn about you. You just another nigga, man. You just a slave, an Israelite. All right? You just another number, a paycheck. That's all you are to him. He doesn't give a damn about you. You're not even of his nation. You came over here on slave ships. All right? And that's the spirit that's in them. All right? All right, so that's that. So let's go to Psalms chapter 10, verse 2. All right? Because the reason why these doctors give you these medications, and if you notice, all of them go by the same standards. They don't even study, man. Most of these doctors don't study. They're really supposed to be physicians that would study their trade. They wouldn't just follow what everybody else is doing. They'll listen to their patients. They don't do that because they go with what the standard is, the industry standard, because the industry standard is set up by the elites. All right? The pharmaceutical companies are set up by the elites. The doctors are not more than followers of the elites. So what they're going to treat you with is the industry standards. All right? They're going to go to a little book. They're going to read the book. It's going to tell them what to give you, what dosage, and whatever other treatments you need. You could do that shit yourself. If you want to be poisoned, why pay the doctor to poison you? Okay? All right, so what I said I was going to get. Psalms chapter 10. All right? Like I said, these things are set up by the elites, the banking families, the Rothschilds, Bilderbergers, these different groups like that. These doctors are set up by those elites. All right, not each individual doctor, but the whole industry as a whole. The standards. Why do you think you had to go get a license to be a doctor? All right, that was never so in the ancient days, because if you look at the word license, it's from the Latin licentia, meaning permission. So you have to go get permission from the elites to practice medicine in their country. Why so? Because they want you to follow their standards, because they have a rule that they have to go by, which is they have to depopulate the earth. How do they depopulate the earth? They do it in secret. Though he go crouching, take heed of him. They do it in secret. They depopulate the earth in secret using drugs and medicine, so-called medicine. It doesn't kill you instantly, because then it'll be noticeable. It kills you over time. All right? Okay, so Psalms chapter 10, verse 2 through 10. It says, the wicked in his pride do persecute the poor. Who is the poor? The poor is Israel, Negroes, Native Americans, and Hispanics. Who is the wicked? The wicked is the elites, starting with the elites of the Edomites, the elites of the so-called white man, the Rothschilds, the Bilderbergers, the banking families, on down to the regular old doctor, the regular old peon Edomite walking around. All right, it says the wicked in his pride do persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. The devices. The devices doesn't mean an actual mechanical device. A device is a plan. It could be a plan. The medical industry is a device. The drugs are devices. Cocaine is a device used against us. All right? Fucking Percocet is a device used against us. Heroin is a device used against us. All right? All these drugs, medical industry, pharmaceutical is a device. All right? It says, for the wicked boasted of his heart's desire, and blessed the covetous, whom the Lord abhorreth. The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after God. All right, because the Most High said use the herbs. God is not in all his thoughts. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sights. As for his enemies, he puffeth at them. Now check it out. It says his ways are always grievous. Every time you go to the hospital, to the doctor, you got to do what? You got to pay an arm and a fucking leg, all right, for some shit. And they usually double charge you. They double charge you and they double charge your insurance because they think they can get away with it most of the time, these hospitals. That's why it says his ways are always grievous, because every time you get sick, you get a fucking bill. All right? And then what else? These medications and treatments you got to go through. You're always going through some shit, man. Like chemotherapy is so damn painful, man. Your bones and shit get brittle from that radiation, robbing your bones of nutrients and minerals and alkalinity. You always in pain. All right, you get more symptoms, you get more sick. All right, you get side effects from the drugs that they give you, so you got to take another damn drug to cancel it out. That's why I say his ways are always grievous, man. All right, it says his ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. Okay? He has said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I will never be in adversity. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. You see that? His mouth is full of cursing. All right, cursing, not damn fuck shit, but cursing as in, they pray that the Most High destroys this nation, man. Destroys our nation, Israel. Praying that the Most High keep us in captivity, that he never deliver us. It says his mouth is full of cursing and deceit. Now that's one of the main points that I want to get at today, is deceit. Okay? Deceit means something that means a lie that seems true. All right?